The unfortunate thing is this is an indication that climate change is here and climate change is happening.
As climate campaigner Hao Sen Chong walks through his local park, he reflects on what many have warned.
This is basically what we've been expecting for decades now. All the climate models have told us that the weather's going to get warmer, the weather's going to get weirder.
The realization of those predictions has left Chong uneasy.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about where we're at right now.
All across Toronto, there's hardly any snow. Meteorologists like Jeff Coulson at Environment and Climate Change Canada say this is largely being driven by El Nino, or when there are warmer than normal temperatures in the Pacific Ocean.
I think the real uncommon nature of this winter has been the persistence of the mild temperatures. In other El Nino winters, it's generally been milder than normal, but not necessarily to this level, to these number of days.
We asked him about the lack of snow in the GTA.
In Toronto itself, it is problematic. We're off the pace. The normal snowfall for a whole winter at Pearson Airport is about 109 centimeters. So far this winter, we've had a little over 40 centimeters.
Coulson says since weather records started being kept in 1937,
December was the second mildest December at Pearson Airport. The only milder one I think I've got on here was 2015. January, another very mild month. We came in, I think, 9th overall.
So it's not just snowfall amounts and temperatures we should be focusing on. Speak with scientists and researchers. They say there's a concern about a lack of ice on our lakes.
If the lakes are freezing less, they have shorter ice duration, or aren't freezing at all, they don't have that chance to reset in the winter.
York University professor Sapna Sharma just returned from a research trip in central Ontario. She and others are studying ice thickness on various lakes. The trend in recent years isn't encouraging.
We can see in the last 25 years, the rates of ice loss are 6 times faster. But also, we've started seeing since about the 1990s that some lakes are starting to experience ice-free years. As climate continues to warm, we forecast that up to 200,000 lakes may begin to experience these ice-free years, and almost 6,000 lakes could permanently lose ice cover.
Without a lid of ice on the lake, evaporating water means lower lake levels later in the year. It can also mean the growth of algae. Sharma says while some algae is a good food source, too much can
decrease the oxygen levels at the bottom of the lake, and that creates really poor conditions for fish and bugs to survive. Some of that algae may become toxic in the summer, and that harms our wildlife, but also our pets and potentially beach closures.
She says more needs to be done to curb greenhouse gas emissions, to address how climate change is impacting our environment, to preserve freshwater ecosystems, and to create better wetland protections. It's a sentiment Chong echoes. He's optimistic about the future, but he encourages people to keep making changes when they can.
What we have is not just our ability to act as individuals, but our ability to act as a group together.
And to call on politicians at all levels to
invest in these climate solutions that also are affordable and make life more affordable.
Solutions such as
fast and affordable transit. It includes things like efficient buildings that are cheaper to run because they're not running off of expensive fossil fuels like oil and gas. It includes things like trees and parks.
In Toronto, Nick Westoll, City News.